Hi everyone, my name is Dan McCrae. I'm the Director of Academic Support at the Center for Distance Learning at SUNY Empire State College. So in the last video we learned about how important time management is to the success of students in general and especially to online students. And I also told you about the different academic support services available at Empire State. Now I wanted to go a little bit more into detail and tell you about a simple, fast, and flexible way to manage your time that's based on what successful college students actually do and is also backed up by some exciting new research. So I want to share with you a system that Cal Newport came up with in his great book called How to Become a Straight A Student. And this is a book where he went and interviewed a group of top performing students from different colleges around the country. And what he found, which is backed up by the research that we just talked about, is that top students are really good at time management. And they use simple systems that enable them to get their work done on time, get good grades, and still get the most out of college. So I'm going to share with you the system that he came up with after talking to all these students. And the thing I love about this system is that it only takes about 5 to 10 minutes of planning each day. And this is one of the great insights from the book, that even though top students are good at using time management, they still don't like time management. They don't want to spend all of their time planning. They're just good at doing time management in a smart, fast, and simple way. So the system that we're going to talk about there's a bunch of reasons why it's really good, but one of them is that it's flexible, so you're able to add, subtract, or change your schedule on the fly. And even though it's fast and simple, it will help you remember and complete your tasks on time. And the system can also be stopped and started. So if you have a couple weeks off, you can take time off from using this system and then quickly start back, using it once you need to. So it's a great system. Highly recommend the book. There are a lot of other great tips that he has in the book about studying, others, learning skills and things like that. And excellent book. But we're going to just focus on the system that he uses to help manage time. So because this is such a simple system, you're only going to need two things for it. So the first thing is you're going to need a calendar. And so this can be anything, a computer calendar like Outlook or iCal. It could be pen and paper, whatever you prefer, that's fine. This is something you're not going to have to carry with you. You're going to consult with this just once a day, and this is going to be your master schedule. The second thing you're going to need is a list, and this is something that you are going to carry with you wherever you go. So what Cal Newport recommends is just to use a piece of paper from a notebook. I use a little tiny notebook, but whatever works for you best, that's what you use. And you're going to bring this with you, and this is going to be how you're going to schedule your time during the day, and also how you're going to add things to your list of things to do. So the first thing that you're going to do in this system is you're going to record all of your to-do items and your deadlines on your master calendar, your master schedule. So this is going to be the calendar that you use, whether it's Outlook or iCal. You're going to put all that information in there, and that's going to be kind of your headquarters, and you're gonna check with that once a day, the beginning of your day. Spend about 5 or 10 minutes just looking over the things that you want to do and figure out what you want to accomplish that day. And each morning you're going to write all those things down that you want to accomplish on that list. And I'm going to show you what the list looks like in a minute, but basically on the left hand side you're going to have your daily schedule. So this is going to be anything that you want to accomplish on that day. So let's say you have an item that you have to do that day. Let's say you have a essay due the following day, and you know you need to get that essay done today. So you're going to write down when you want to start that essay. So let's say 2 o'clock you're going to start writing your essay. From 2 to 3, that time is spent just writing that essay. Then on the right hand side of the column are going to be things that come up during the day, like new tasks or new deadlines that you learn about. You're going to write those down on the right hand side of the column. Then the next morning you're going to transfer new tasks and new deadlines to your master schedule, and then you're going to throw that piece of paper out that had all the information from yesterday and come up with a new schedule and a new plan for the next day. So that's it. It's pretty simple. It's very flexible, and it's going to allow you to get everything accomplished and also keep everything straight so that you know what you have to do. Okay, so this is an example of your master calendar. So let's say that you have an entry for Sunday, March 5th, and these are the things that you have on your master calendar. You have to write an essay for government, that's due on Friday. You have to read an article for sociology, that's due on Monday. And then you have to also read chapter 8 for your psychology class, and that's due on Wednesday. And you also have on Sunday from 3:30 to 4:30, you have to bring your daughter to soccer practice. So those are all the items that are in your master calendar. So those are things that you know that you want to get accomplished that day. And sometimes this list might be bigger. So you might have, instead of just 3 or 4 things, you might have 10 things. And then you want to go through part of the process of planning is going through and figuring out what are the things that you really need to accomplish this day, and what are some things that you might be able to put off until tomorrow. So it's flexible, and it lets you go through your list of things that you need to do and things that you have obligations for, and figure out what you're going to do that day. So we've looked at the master schedule. And now we're going to look at the list that you're going to carry around with you during the day. So this is just a simple piece of paper, or it might be a simple small notebook that you can carry with you. The important thing is that you always carry it with you, so that when things come up, new things come up that you have to do, you can write those down on the right hand side there, where it's under things to remember. On the left hand side, this is where you're going to do your planning for the day. So at the beginning of each day, this is where you're going to spend 5 to 10 minutes looking at your master calendar and then figuring out what you're going to write down here on the left-hand side. So using that example from Sunday, the 5th of March, this is what I would come up with. So from 1 to 3, we're going to write the essay. I'm going to write the essay for the government class. From 3 to 3:30, I'm going to bring my daughter to soccer practice. From 3:30 to 4:30, while I'm sitting in soccer practice, I'm going to read the article for sociology. From 4:30 to 5, go back home. 5 to 6 is dinner. 6 to 8, homework for the kids. 10 to 11, I'm going to start reading chapter 8 for the psychology class. And then during the day, things are just going to pop up. So I might get an email from John, and I want to write down a reminder for myself to email him back. I might need to check. I might remember that, I need to check with somebody about an internship. I also need to remember to do my laundry. So these are things that we do every day, but they're also things that we do for school and even for work. So that it can be all those things here on the right-hand side. So this is what we're going to carry with us. We're going to use it to schedule our time, and if things change, so if let's say Daniela's soccer practice gets canceled, or it gets moved around, we can simply move it around. We can just cross it out and write down a new time, or fill it in with something else that we need to do if it gets canceled. So it's very flexible and allows us to keep track of everything we need to do each day. Okay, so let's review Cal Newport's system real fast. So there are 3 important things. The first thing is you're going to carry with you every day a piece of paper that's going to be your list. And on that list, you're going to have your daily schedule, and you're also going to jot down new tasks and assignments as they come up during the day. Next thing is, in the morning, you're going to transfer your new tasks and assignments from that list onto your master calendar. So that's your Outlook or your iCal, whatever you use as your master calendar. You're going to put all those items on your master calendar. And then you're going to take 5 minutes at the beginning of the day, and on a new list, you're going to plan out your day. So you're going to schedule when you're going to do your tasks, and you're going to bring that list with you for the new day. So one of the things that's going to happen, and that you maybe already thought of, is why don't we just turn that schedule, that list, into a to-do list? And this is something that you don't want to do. You always want to take time at the beginning of your day and schedule when you're going to do the items that you need to get done. And there's an important reason for this. Cal Newport talks about this in his book, but this is also actually backed up by some really cool new research that goes into how to overcome procrastination. And this is called the psychology of action, and we're going to talk about that next.